Okie dokie. Okie dokie. How to do before we see how to do it now. Well, hello, welcome to everyone that has popped into the live today. We're just going to paint a forest scene today. I'm thinking something a little bit more autumny colored, yellows, oranges, reds. That's the thought for today. Well, hello, welcome back. Good to see you here today. Now, just doing a little bit of a forest scene. I'm gonna put a little bit more, just a touch more, a little yellowy color right in there. And it's mixed with some white, so it won't be too bright. But no. Yeah, there we go. Nice little bright spot there, right in the middle. Oh, thank you. And then, how is everyone doing today? All two of you. Hopefully you're doing good. Oh, thank you. Mix up, let's see. Teensy little bit orange. My orange is really bright, so I'm just going to tone it down with a little bit of yellow ochre and a little bit of white. Just don't want my background trees too overpowering, so just lightening them up a little bit. Now we're just going to start dropping in some trees. Hopefully this goes exactly as planned. I don't really have a plan, so we're just making a little forest. Let's scoop up some, I flattened that paint pile too much already. There we go. There we go, that's better. Just dropping in some little branches, hints at some leaves. Nothing too crazy. Nothing terribly crazy. Not like this place in my liner brush. Oh my goodness, liner brush. I found it. We're good. All good over here. No plants needed. Oh, thank you. Hopefully you're having a nice, relaxing evening. I need a little bit more paint on that. Little trees, little trees. I don't need a ton of detail on these ones as they're far back in the scene, but I still want some detail. It's amazing what you can notice when you're looking. Often, even things that are far away have some detail. You might see some branches or highlights on some trees. You never know. Brighten up color on a bit more of a reddish orange. A little more red than orange. But I do have some undercolor down here already. I've got just some red, a little purple in the corners, and some brown as my undercolors today. So hopefully 20 will kind of mix in with what we've got down there. Make for some interesting color pops. Thank you, everyone who's joined. Thank you. If you're just popping in, let me know where you are and what time it is by you. We'll see where everyone's at. It's just past 6 o'clock over here. We're in the Central Time Zone. So where are you? What time is it? Is it still really cold? We're above 0 today over here. Whoop. That's not supposed to happen. Put that down. Technical difficulties. There we go. All better. It's fine. Just gonna cover up a little bit of this baby tree, because otherwise, how's he gonna be in front? Just gonna leave a little bit of that darkness. It's our friend. We like it. I'm going to add a bit more red into that mixture, and I'm going to just keep adding a little bit over here. Since I want some fall colors, it can't all be orange. Fall colors tend to be, you get some red speckled in there, some orange, some yellow. Just kind of what I'm doing. Just adding different colors. What? Teensy weensy little bit of red over here too. Not too much, just a little. This one can be more red, or more orange, I mean. You can have a couple of specks here and there. You never know. Grab our liner brush, start dropping in little trunks, little things. We'll add more detail as we go. Oh, thank you. And welcome, Zero Art. Thank you for hopping in. Just doing a little falsie. I don't know why. I just wanted to use some warmer colors today. That's really the only reason I just wanted to. I just felt like it. Still in winter, and I've got all sorts of other seasons on my mind. Life of an artist, I suppose. Just careful not to kill all of this darkness back here. It's our friend. We like it and we need it. Little branches here and there. Wherever you think you might see a branch poking through, go ahead and just drop one in. I guarantee you'll be able to see at least something if you're looking super close at a tree. There we go. Just a little. Look at that. Add a little bit more of my linseed oil to kind of just help thin that out a little bit. Come back in here. There we go. That looks so much better. There we go. I like that a lot. There's no real rhyme or reason for what direction these branches go. They can go any which way. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, one more little right in there. And it's okay if you cover up some of your bottom branches here. You can just, when you're done adding in your tree bark, you can just take your 1-inch oval brush in my case and just put some of those little bushy bits back in there. Easy peasy. Nothing too crazy. I want another branch right there. Yeah, just like that. I should really widen that trunk so it has enough room to hold all its branches. Otherwise, I'm looking a little sparse here. There we go. That's starting to look like a trunk that might hold up all those branches and leaves. Look at that. Take my palette knife and just a little bit of texture on that undercolor. Just tip and tap, tap, tap. I'm not going to worry too much about that bottom stuff. I'm not really going to be able to see much of that. It's going to get covered up by bushes and grass and stuff. There we go. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Happy painting. Couple baby highlights. Little itty bitty. That's a little bright. I'll tone that down just a titch. There we go. Nothing too strong in those front trees. There we go. Look at that. Now let's see. I want to put couple little bushes here. Let's see. I need some color. Clean my brush too. Clean my brush. Add a few little bushes. Oh, shouldn't get ahead of myself too much. I want to also just one thing at a time. Just to feel a little. Little branchy bits back there. They don't have to be super complete. They don't have to have a ton of them. Just add some of them. Back there in the darkness, I suggest that there's probably more in this forest than what you can easily pick out. There we go. Just like that. Now we can add some bushes. And I'm going to put some right there, but they're going to be lighter. I'm not going to put a shadow color behind them. These bushes not super close yet. They're just back here, kind of existing in the background. Oh, hello, welcome everybody. Thank you for everyone who's tapping the screen and sending the little gifts. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. brush here and just turn some of this into just some foreground land. Using that just to help pull some of this together. There we go. The same brush I used with the middle there. Look at that. We are slowly getting closer to the front. Add a super complete foreground. Fix my brush. I'm going to darken. Maybe add a little shadow under this next couple bushes. Can't really see. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, you can see a little bit. Then it's there. It's just not completely dark shadow yet. Closer, you just might see a little bit more of the shadow in these bushes as they get closer. Maybe they start coming down and becoming less of a bush and a little bit more of some grassy bits. Before I get too far, we're just going to take some of it, blend it in, turn it into some ground. Oh, that was a sound I haven't heard before. Oh, thank you for the rose. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's very helpful. I'm very new to this, so every little bit of support helps. Thank you. Thank you. So, put some highlights on these bushes. Are we thinking like a light yellow or a light orange? Any preferences? Sort of a yellowy color on these bushes or a lighter orangey color? I'll mix some color options just in case. Do one color on one side and one on the other. Orange, yellow. Well, you guys, I'm gonna need a tiebreaker. Someone needs to say another color. Or I'm yellow, ochre, and Indian. Or Indian yellow. I do have both of those colors. Just my yellow ochre is a little sad. It's one of the colors I need to replenish. Although I think I just tainted my yellow ochre with a hint of orange, but that's okay. That's all right. Rinse off my brush though, and I'll check on you guys in just a second. Can't very well be dropping in highlights with a brush that's got brown on it, so I just need to clean that off real quick. Let's see. Yellow, yellow. I see a bit more yellow than orange, so we are going to just go with a lighter yellowy color. I'll probably still throw some orange in at some point though, a little bit more. I'm just gonna touch, paint that is gonna fall off of my brush and onto the bushes. Thinner paint sticks to a thicker paint. So I mixed in a little bit of my liquid white into my yellow ochre, which inevitably did get a teensy-weensy bit of orange in it, but it's mostly just the liquid white with some yellow ochre in it. So it's add some pops of color in this nice little fall scene. Careful not to completely cover up all our darkness. We're still friends with our dark shadows. We like to see them around. Gives depth to our bushes. There we go. Some happy little bushes right there. Look at that. Thank you for everyone who's joining, and I've got 2 whole roses. Oh my goodness. One more and I can show off what I have planned, the prep stage of my canvas for later tonight. I will be painting it later, but it's just in its prep phase. And see what it looks like before I treat it with the undercolors and the liquid white. So let's see what we've got going on here. I'm going to mix up my darkest shadow color. Do a couple more little bushes here and here, and then I'm probably gonna, somewhere in here I want to do a bigger-ish tree. Bigger-ish. So I mix up 3 different colors for my really dark shadow color. Does anyone maybe know what they are? It's okay if you don't, I'm gonna tell you anyway, but I don't always use the same 3 colors, but I mostly always use the same colors. With a few exceptions. When I might mix in a different shadowy color. Crazy bush over here. So, I'm not seeing a ton of responses. Maybe you don't know. That's okay. I most often mix, usually, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, and midnight black. Sometimes it's Prussian blue. And on a rare occasion, I'll sub out the red and substitute a sap green, depending on if I'm making a tree and what color that tree might be. There's a huge bush. And it's going to be delightful. Delightful, delightful, delightful. Grab some colors here. Just drop in some little highlighty bits right in front here. Just tap them. Little bits, little bits. Little bits in here. Just a little bit of color out there on the ground. Don't want to get too crazy. You can't just leave it like that either. Not. Look at that. I'm going to use a lighter pinky red color. The changes for the last few minutes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sometimes I'm surprised even at myself at how quickly some of these fall together. have to fall together. It's a fall scene. You guys don't have to laugh at my bad joke, but I think I'm funny. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. A little bit of red and a little bit of white. I want sort of a pinky color. Pinkish, reddish color. Oh, that is pretty. I love it. Might even brighten it up a teensy bit more. I want a little bit more of that color. I have enough, hopefully, for both of my bushes. One of my bushes is much bigger than the other. I'm going to need a little bit more paint. So let's see. Let's go with pink up here. I'm going to want to use, let's see, I want a different color at the bottom there. It still needs to be light enough to pop as a highlight. Still needs to be lighter highlighter. I just want it to look a little different. Just a little different. See if that's enough of a change. A little purpley, purple-ish color. No. Oh, that's actually really pretty. I love that. Got a bit more of a blue to it than I was thinking, but you know what? It's perfect and I love it. So we're rolling with it. Leave those little specks of pink in there. It's delightful, beautiful. Hello, Jim. So you popped in. So I almost don't even want to add a tree, but I'm probably going to anyway. Maybe just like a little, just a little. Maybe something right there. What do you guys think? Are we going to do a tree or no tree? And I mean a pine tree, by the way. There's obviously trees in this painting, but are we going to do a pine tree? Perhaps either in the middle or off to one side. Should we do a tree or no tree? Pine tree specifically. We've got coniferous trees. It's the general consensus. Otherwise, we can finish it out and do more bushes. And what are we thinking? I'm thinking a pine tree. Small little pine tree, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. Little pine tree. Not terribly big, but big enough to kind of stand out here. I just gotta figure out a direction. I like trees that aren't super straight. I don't make the rules. I just like them to be a little interesting looking. Crazy little pine tree. You might even get a friend. I don't know yet. Don't have to cover up everything. You can leave some of that back there and show some trunk on your tree. That is also a valid option. I like to do that too. Fluff out the bottom there. There we go. We get a delightful little tree. Pull some of that down. And kind of make it look like this little guy up on his own little hill. Boppity-doo. I'm gonna add some of that color from before down here too. Because what the heck no. I'll probably blend it just a little bit so it's softer. There goes something on the floor. Just a little bits here. I kind of like what happened over there, so I'm going to leave that alone. There we go. Pine trees do not change color. They're usually pretty well green all year round. I do need to drop in some highlights on this guy though. Oh, that's what I dropped. I dropped my palette knife. Silly me. So, some highlights on this guy. Oh, thank you. Small little pine tree. Yeah, just a little bitty pine tree. It just takes practice though. I feel like just about anyone could probably learn how to do this. It just takes a little bit of time. And maybe some guidance. So I need to mix up a little bit of highlight color for my pine tree. Because I need a little bit more white over here. Oil paints are really thick. If you don't thin them out, it can be difficult to get them to stick the way that you want them to. Obviously you don't want them too thin, but they're virtually icing when they come out of the tube. They do need to be thinned out a little bit. Linseed oil or liquid white. I think you could even just use regular old paint thinner, honestly, but I typically use either liquid white or linseed oil. How long have I been painting? I've been painting with oils for a little over a year. I did dabble on and off for quite a while with acrylics, but I really only ever completed a little over 30 acrylic paintings in, I don't know, 8 or 9 years. And then in the barely over a year I've been oil painting, I've already done over 70, almost 80 paintings. So it's a bit of a tough comparison, and I don't really have the exact same style in oils that I did in acrylics. So it's a tricky one. Good question though. I just don't have the best answer for it. It's around the pine tree. Oh, how old am I? In, I think, a little less than a week, I'll be 30. Big 30. It's fine though. It's just a number. Happens to be the number that I will be soon. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet though, but I'm not terribly worried about it either. Darken up this green just a smidgen for the other side. Make sure I don't have too much paint on my brush. I have a hard time. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Medieval. I see you popped in. It's not yesterday yet, but yesterday, you know, the yesterday that I turned 30 is going to come up pretty darn quick. Wednesday. I don't entirely know what I'm doing Wednesday either. I've got time to figure that out though. I didn't darken my green for the left side here too much, but I did just darken it a little bit, and honestly, loving it. It's a very subtle change, but it does just have this nice little slightly lighter side on one side and a slightly darker side on the other. So I'd like to think I've gotten much better at pine trees lately. Always a bit of learning. There we go. Little bits and bobs down here, little grassy bits. Because perhaps not all of the grass has changed over to the red, the yellowy, orangey colors I've kind of got going on up there. You might still see a bit of green. I'm mixing in there, here and there. And the one I'm doing later is a bit more experimental, but I think it's going to be fun. So, yeah. Look at that. That's a happy little autumn forest. Howdy do. I probably could have done another tiny bush in the front, but I think it looks quite delightful with a little patch of grass in the front and some more behind it. Such a delightful little forest. Just cleaning off my brushes, but yeah. Oh, thank you guys. That's very nice. I'm glad you like it. I also like it. 30 plus 17. You got a good sense of humor. Now, who owes who a soda? That's what I remember. Jinx, you owe me a soda is what I grew up with. I feel like that went so fast. Yeah, it did. That was like 40 minutes. Oh my goodness. This is a 40-minute forest. Mine showed first. I like the mysterious shadowy bits on the side. Thank you. That does kind of add some intrigue to the forest because you don't know what might be back there in the shadows. Is this one 79 or 80? This one, I don't have it listed yet, but this one's probably going to be like a little, probably 80 or 85, somewhere in that ballpark. I meant to list it before I started. I forgot. I am trying so hard. With any luck, I'll have the painting for the 8 o'clock show listed before that show. So if anyone gets squirrely and wants to buy it while I'm painting it, they can. Oh, I feel like there's so many things to remember. Oh, 79 or 80 in the sequence. That makes more sense. One of us didn't get enough sleep last night. It's me. And I don't know the answer to that question. And my cheating painting, the one that I did yesterday, is upstairs, drying. Oh golly. I want to say it's 79 though. I don't think I'm actually at 80. It was 79 because 78 was last night. Happy birthday, Kurt Cobain. I feel like I should know who that is. Whoopsie doozy. Yeah, so 79. I gotta sign this one too though before I get too far ahead of myself. Gotta drop my initials on the front here somewhere. I usually sign in white, but I don't have any white on my palette at the moment. At least not pure white. A very messy palette. Let's see. One of these days I might actually get a bit more proficient at signing my name. Today is not that bad. It comes out good enough though. You can tell it's there. Into that brush. Into that brush. I did not clean this one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep up the great one. Thank you. 220. Oh yes, thank you. You've been to a few live streams. I barely know what day it is. Yes, I will need that information. Thank you in advance. Probably be asking the same question just about every day. Because I barely know what day it is. Because I don't go anywhere most days. Even though being a stay-at-home parent, I get a little forgetful of what day it is. Whoops. I'm gonna underline my name today. That's fine. And it is 2:20:25. 79 is what I did. Yeah. Boop. Look at that. Happy little autumny forest. Just an excuse to get some warm tones out there, honestly. Because they're fun. So, thank you for everyone who popped into this live. Didn't last as long as I thought it would, and I suppose that happens with these smaller paintings. This was just a little 12 by 12 canvas, but I am going to do another painting tonight. This one's going to be a larger one, a 16 by 20, at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you're further on the east, that might be 9 o'clock. If you're further west, it's going to be more like 7 or 6, depending on how far west you are. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys in roughly an hour. So wherever you are, just over an hour. So, one flower shy of showing off the prepped canvas though. That's okay. You're gonna see it anyway. A little bit later. Bye-bye. Hey, I heard a pop. What was that? Oh, hey. Thank you for the rose. Now I'm going to show off my hot candies. Now I'm morally obligated. We're not gonna touch too close in front of it. Let me back it up. Back it up, back it up. It doesn't look like much now, but there is a plan, I promise. There is a plan for this wonder for an hour. It's not an ironclad super detailed plan, but I do have a doodle. I do have a doodle. So, yeah. See you guys in a little bit. And we can paint a scene. We'll paint something. I know what I'm painting-ish. And thank you for everyone who joined.